Okay, we'll do I'll do a little video here. I'm not going to do it outside. I'm not going to do it in front of the legislator. I think it's an issue that's very, very, very important. As you know, I've been out of the city for over a month, and ever since I came back, there's all kinds of issues and blah blah. The guy, the homeless guy, was surrounded by 3 cops, and our idiot mayor, Mike O'Brien, and so I totally forgot about what happened to me in Saint Louis de Kent a few weeks ago. You know where that big flag is, the Saint Louis de Kent, the big Acadian flag. It's a Tim Horton close by. And there was 2 paramedics, parle français. So anyway, they had my blogger jacket. They recognized me, and we start chatting. I want to know how was the morale with our paramedics in New Brunswick. And then we hear about paramedics, PTSD, and then there's a paramedic that committed suicide, so they said. So there's issues with our paramedics. So myself, as I told them, PTSD. Why are they suffering from PTSD? I mean, it's their job. It's like the Day trial, Minto. We were in court, and the prosecutor said, if you have a weak stomach, leave the room. Chris Morris from the Irving paper, she's gone now, she retired, nice woman. So we were watching the film of bodies, headless bodies. Head were cut off, blood all over the place. I look at that video and I told her, I said, thank God for the CSI TV shows. My brain was adjusted to what I was going to see. So I said, the paramedics, come on, they're training, you know, they see all kinds of stuff, head blown off, and people hung, and what's the big deal? Well, I learned something new in Saint Louis de Kent. Never crossed my mind, and this is the reason I'm doing this video. A paramedic shows up on the scene. Could be a man, 65 years old, 70, 75, dead. Well, you think, you know, okay, put the body on the wagon, gone to the morgue. You know, hey, you get that all the time. They're used to it, right? No big deal. Wrong. Then you have to see the wife that's been with the husband for 40, 50 years. Just found her husband dead. Woke up one morning and he was dead. Emotionally disrupted, just crying, hollering. Kids coming around. Drugs. Parents showing up in a room. Their kid have died, a drug overdose. The emotion, the crying. I seen on a few occasions that I hear people crying, and it's in my head. Everybody mourns differently. And this is just a few people that I hear crying because of somebody died, loved one that died. Can you imagine if you had that over and over and over again? Now, it's an area, a paramedic in New Brunswick is not trained to handle emotional issues around them during a time of mourning. Their job, take that body, bring it out of the house. But they have to listen to all the emotional surrounding. Some people can't cope. In Ontario, where there's more money, they have psychiatrists or psychologists on the spot to handle that, to handle the situation. The paramedics, they're trained in Ontario for issues like this. Here in New Brunswick, we're too busy. Even the one in St. Louis, they can't tell me. Their contract, they got like an 8-week term contract. They don't know if there's a new bunch that's coming in, they could speak some French or French, and they don't know the future in every 8 weeks. So that plays on their mind. They don't know what the future holds. And then they go through all this problem with these emotional issues and this emotional surrounding. I'm sorry, I should have wrote everything down before this. I'm sorry, there's so many. And what they do, some of them crack. So we don't have the resources to train our paramedics into an emotional scene, but we whine, and complain and bitch about parler le français. En beau acadien, la marde.